People say sometimes it's better not to meet your heroes, and I think this is one of these times. Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about credit cards, points, finances, and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, every like, every subscribe, it really helps me to continue doing all this research so you don't have to. Thank you. When I ordered my American Express Platinum almost a year ago, I was ecstatic. Finally, I could have a premium credit card with a bunch of benefits and, most importantly, a bunch of credits that could make my travel a whole lot better. I did test some of these benefits in the past year. I used the Uber credit every month. I used the lounge access a couple of times in Costa Rica. I do have status with Marriott and Hilton, even though I never used it. And I was hoping that I would get a whole lot more from this credit card on my trip to Europe. Little did I know. American Express is notorious for not being accepted in many places of the world. When I first started traveling Costa Rica, American Express was not accepted almost anywhere, and in 3 short years, it's accepted almost everywhere. And this gave me really excitement because I thought if Costa Rica accepts it, most of Europe should accept it nowadays. The plan was to go to Europe, use the gold for all restaurants and the platinum for everything else because I wanted to get the sweet American Express points. Yeah. Let's see what happened and get back to wrap it up. So as you see on the top right, I was only able to use the American Express effectively for rental. I rented a car, I paid $500 for 5 days, and that's about it. I did use some of the credits. I'm trying to be completely fair here. First of all, we started with the points. I did get the sign-up bonus of 100,000. That was at the time. What I got from this is 1 cents per point evaluation. So I got $1,000 basically for the sign-up bonus. I was able to use my Clear credit when I'm flying here from Washington, D.C. area. We do have Clear, so I did use it. I'll give it like $5. TSA pre-global entry. I have been using global entry a few times now. So these numbers that you see here, the ROS is for this trip alone. I'm not accounting for any other times that I use this credit card effectively and the credits it offers. TSA pre-global entry, $20. I say priceless, but I had to put the number on this. Guys, coming back to the US, there was a huge line already. People were snaking around. Like it was horrible. And being able to just go to a machine, take a picture of my face, give me a ticket, go to an officer. I only had like 7 people in front of me. Go to the officer. He asks, do you have something to declare? I say no. It's like, okay, have a good day. And that's it. From landing to go out the airport, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Like incredible. You have to get global entry. Uber credit, I did use $30, so 15 to go, 15 to come back. The month changed while I was in Europe, so I was able to use the full amount. Saks Fifth, $50. I did buy myself a nice cologne for the trip in Europe. 5x on rental. I did get 5x on my rental. I didn't pay any insurance because of the platinum. It was covering it. So yeah, I'm evaluating that to about $100, and I'm talking the 5x plus the insurance money I didn't pay, for a total of $510. That translates to just about 8% ROS, which is very fair. This is only for this trip, keep in mind. I want to say that this card right now, as of almost a year after I got it, it's closer to like 12 to 13%. I have used the Uber credit every time. I have used a couple of times to go to the Costa Rica lounge. So yeah, I mean, I've gotten some nice returns on this credit card. Not as much as I would hope, honestly. But that's also because of me and the way I use the points. So there's that. Trying to be fair. My big problem with this credit card, though, is that I couldn't use it in Europe. Europe, a trip to Europe for some people is aspirational. They go once in their lifetime. For me, I've done it like when I was living in Europe, I came in the US like 5 times, and now I went back to Europe, living here now, and I'm planning to do this every year from now on. So it's gonna be something that's gonna be in the schedule, and it's gonna be the longest trip for the most part, unless I go to Asia at some point. I don't see me going any further, right? This will be the crown jewel of my trips every year, going to Europe. And I'm gonna be using this credit card maybe in the future as well. So I wanted to see what kind of evaluation I would get if I didn't have the sign-up bonus. And I must admit it doesn't look good. Again, this is for this trip alone. But if I had to pay out of pocket for my ticket with the 5x, I would get for what, that $1,000, $50. But I'm saying, like, give it some more. I give it $100. Here, $100 evaluation. I wouldn't get 100, honestly. But let's say I got 5,000 points. Let's say I got 2x. So it's $100. So that's how I calculated the $100. $5 on clear. The same would go, like everything else would be the same. I would get minus $390 return, which translates to minus 16% ROS. And this is my problem with American Express. If I get it and I'm not able to use it, then why do I have it? And it's not only that. When I rented the car, and it was binational in Greece, I realized that the status that National offers, and I assume it's the same with Avis and everything else. I didn't check, honestly. I only checked the National, because National was the only one that gave me a car that I could get from one place and leave it to another. Both Avis and Hertz did not offer that for me. So I had to use National, and National did not recognize the status overseas. And I didn't get any upgrades. I didn't get anything. I just got what I paid for. So that was very disappointing. On top of that, I didn't stay in a Marriott and Hilton. That's on me. When I went to Athens, I did have an apartment to stay. So why would I pay for a hotel? So there's that. But honestly, very disappointing. And here comes the big benefit of the Platinum, right? It's the lounge access. The lounge access is great if the lounge is close to where you're flying from. Some airports are huge. Some airports have different terminals. If I have to get out of my way to go to a lounge, travel like another 20, 25 minutes to get to that lounge, maybe take a shuttle, maybe take a train, maybe walk for like good 20 minutes, does it worth it? I am somebody that's typically very nervous when I go to the airport. Nervous, I mean, I want to be there. I want to be close to my gate, basically. Going out of my way just to go to a lounge doesn't look like a good practice to me. I have been, like, in the Costa Rica airport, the lounge is right there, next to the gates. If you want to go to the lounge, you just go downstairs, and then you come upstairs, and you're like 5 minutes walk maximum from your gate. That wasn't the same in Munich. It was in a different terminal. And while in Athens, I didn't have connection flights within Greece, the flights within Greece, for me to use the lounge. Now, the question comes, do I keep this credit card or do I dump this credit card? And the answer is complicated because, yes, I am going to Greece and Europe in general, because I'm planning to go to other countries as well once a year from now on. But I will be going also to Costa Rica. I will be going to countries in the Americas, in this continent. And all those countries, for the most part, do accept American Express nowadays because the main tourists come from the US and they have to. It's a matter of survival for them. And I think that's why Costa Rica went ahead and started accepting American Express almost everywhere, because American tourists are the ones that keep these economies. In Europe, this is not true. American tourists are important, but they're only a fraction of the tourism. The tourism happened between European countries for the most part, and they all use visas and MasterCards. We had zero issues paying with credit card everywhere. I used the Premier all the time. My City Premier was my go-to card. Second was the Ink Preferred, and third was the Hyatt. So yeah, I used City and Chase all the time. My wife had the Gold card with a 20% return on restaurants, and it was a promotional that we got back in the day, and we were hoping that this was the trip to use it, and we were not able to. Nobody was accepting it. We only went to a few places that they took it, but they are not nearly enough to justify a big fat $250 or $695 annual fee. For now, I'm keeping it. But if by any means I realize that it doesn't make sense, I will so cancel it. The trip in Europe really was eye-opening. I saw what kind of spending I'm doing. I saw what kind of places I want to see, and nothing was taking American Express. And keep in mind that even though I only went to Greece, my wife did go to Germany. She did go to Spain. So we have a good sample of 3 countries, and we had the same in every country. That's our experience. Please let me know what you guys think. If you have any different experience, if you have any comments, and thank you so much for watching. Till the next one. Ciao.